Hi guys, Rochelle here from my vintage farm. Thank you for watching. It has been so long since I have posted a video, but I thought I would just pop on in here real quick. I'm putting together just a jar of some of my wound oil in the Apothecary. Welcome to the Apothecary. If you have not seen the Apothecary on our socials, this is my Apothecary. You can see all the things happen here. You guys know I went through quite a huge health crisis and health challenges throughout my life, and I have these different conditions, and because of that, it has just led me down this life and path of holistic healing, just natural minded medicine. So a lot of herbal medicine and tinctures, salves, you name it. And today my daughter has a small wound, and so I thought, I have this wound oil I had made up. I made a big batch of it, and so I'm gonna just jar her up some so she can apply it onto her wound. Now you'll have to excuse me because I don't necessarily have my camera set up. I brought my GoPro out and was like, I'm gonna go ahead and get this video going, and my battery died because I was helping customers at the stand. So our farm stand is still up and going. I've got so much to share with you guys as far as updates go on the farm, and just everything's going really well, and I'm excited to share that with you. It's been a long time coming. We've never given up. We've constantly persevered through all the different things that we've gone through, all the different areas of trials that we've faced. And we are just in this season where all the hard work is paying off. We're gearing up to expand the farm, and like the operations that we're doing, and really just critiquing and fine-tuning the operations we're already doing. So our farm stand looks so beautiful this time of year. Our pumpkins are here, and all things are decorated for fall. So who doesn't love that, right? Like, that's really the hallmark moment of the farm, is the holiday season, because everything looks so beautiful. You can never waste oil, guys. You just gotta rub it in, get good use out of it. But so yeah, I wanted to come in, pop in, talk with you guys for a minute. Maybe, hopefully I will throw together something. It seems like editing has really hindered me from getting some good videos out to you guys. I have so much footage. Hopefully I will hire an editor who can take it to the next level, that has time to put these things together, because I don't. But we've been focusing on some detox here. So as far as, I have like ionic foot detox, we've got red light therapy, we've got these really awesome detox baths, working a lot with like pain management. So, you know, making products that are geared towards different tea blends and things that help with relaxation and calming your nerves and pain relief. For me, okay, this is all like personal things in the Apothecary that we've been doing. And then, you know, pain oil, wound oil, tinctures, if you name it, we are doing those types of things here, and have goals of doing those types of things here, and then sharing this. So we're going to be opening up some classes to invite others out to the Apothecary and join us in making some tinctures, making some ferments, making honeys, showing you guys how I do like oil infusion, just really kind of opening up the book on, hey, this is what I do and you guys can do it too. And there's, gosh, we're like 20 years in on all of the different things that we have invested in doing for more of a holistic touch and application to my healing journey that I'm on. So yeah, we've just been on this healing journey for so long, really trying to take out toxins in our life. So having a chemical-free home, having a chemical-free farm, making sure that our foods are sourced or grown healthily. So whether we're growing them or we're buying them, we're trying to source healthy foods for our family, providing a hub for the community to come and get healthy eggs and honey and produce and all the things that we have here, and then working on other big projects to take that to a whole nother level. So I don't know if you're local and you're like, hey, I would love to tour the apothecary and join in on these classes to build my own apothecary. I think the hardest part about having an apothecary is getting over the mental thought of like, oh, I have to have everything to have an apothecary. You don't. You probably have a good start of your own home apothecary with just what's in your spice cabinet and herbs. And so you may have herbs growing around your home or in your community garden that you can harvest and dry and use for your apothecary. You may also have things that are already in your home, whether it's in your tea cabinet, whether it's in your tea cabinet or it's in your spice cabinet. You probably have a very good start to home apothecary. And then I'm sure you probably have some forms of essential oils, and you probably have other oils in your house as well that you're using, like cooking oils, coconut oil. All those things are great to be used for infusions. And then tincture wise, you know, you can do different tinctures. I prefer to use alcohol. I use vodka for my tinctures. I have celiac, so I can't use most like whiskeys and things like that. But I am very excited to be in the season where I'm healthy enough to start sharing with other people who are in their health journey or just in their journey of living a life of wellness. So I think the key to being healthy is just having that wellness minded life. So caring about the food that you eat. And if you're able to raise it, knowing how to raise those things, and then knowing how to make the things that you can at home to substitute the products that you are that you're purchasing, to make the products that you're purchasing that have too many ingredients in them, unnecessary fillers, unnecessary chemicals, things that keep a longer shelf life, but then shouldn't really be absorbed into your body. So I've been really mindful about making these changes, and it has done so much for my health and my family and my farm. Like, I'm able to do so much more because I'm a healthier version of myself. My stem cell transplants went amazing. I've had a child. She's now a toddler. She's growing, she's thriving, she's healthy. I'm still nursing. So that just blows me away, that not only in a body that was once not thriving and was failing in so many different levels, has then grown another life through this healing process, and then is still nursing this toddler. Just absolutely beautiful. And I did nurse, like solely nurse. She was never supplemented or anything. It was such a blessing to be able to have that milk production, and my body's still producing. She's, you know, a toddler, so she eats other foods and things, but it's just so beautiful to see that my body is working and functioning in such a way that has allowed me these blessings. So I definitely feel like this is a great time to just chime in and say, hey, we're here, we're healthy. I've got some videos that are lined up. I would love to commit and say, hey, I'm gonna do a video day. I cannot, unless I'm doing the style where I just kind of stop in the middle of what I'm doing, take a quick time to just give you guys an update, and then direct you guys to like my Instagram so you guys can kind of follow some of the day-to-day things that I'm doing on there, more detailed posts and things like that. A lot of times I'll post on my stories because I could do a real quick story, which I guess I could post on shorts on YouTube, the same things I'm posting on Instagram. I'm not really fond of like cross-posting like that. I feel like people should get different content for wherever they're at, but that's just me. I probably need to get over it and just give all of my YouTube viewers, the few that are still there, I appreciate you so much. But yeah, this is the apothecary, guys. This is all of the apothecary side of things. So you could just see that we've got a lot going on here with the infusion machines, and I will give you guys a full apothecary tour. We'll go through all the herbs and everything that I keep on hand for the apothecary that I feel is necessary for what I'm doing with my apothecary. And then I'll share with you guys at a level of like how I feel you could start an apothecary with probably things you have in your home already. So like my home apothecary that's in our home is actually in a hutch. I have my spice cabinet, my tea cabinet, and then I have my essential oils cabinet. And between those three areas, I feel like I have a pretty well-rounded resource for like immediate things that I can throw together for teas or soups and different things, you know, and topicals. And so, yeah, I can't wait to share with you guys more on that. Hopefully if you've watched this video, you're like, thank you for posting. I was curious about you. If you stayed this long in the video, thank you for watching so much. Thank you for hanging out on our channel and just keeping us alive. I am very excited to share everything with you. We are actually starting our seed sowing this week. So we are in the end of October in California. We are still in a drought. We are still in the 80s on some days. We've been hitting 70s, high 70s, which is great because we're getting this like downward trickle of our temperature. So it's like, okay, we're starting to see a little bit of cold coming in. Fall is falling. But one thing, because we are growing so many medicinal herbs, and I didn't even tell you guys that, but one of our big part of farming is that we are actually switching a lot of what we do to medicinal herbs. So because of having the lack of resources for medicinal herbs in our direct area, I want to be able to provide that tip for people. So we'll be growing and selling a ton of medicinal herbs from the farm. So that is something that I am really excited about. Of course, they're culinary herbs as well, but a lot of culinary herbs that we use have medicinal properties. You just have to get the right book to tell you exactly how you can use those and what you can use them for. So we'll be getting a lot of greenhouse work done right now. We're picking up the frame for a huge high tunnel. So I think I'm gonna have enough material to do 2 high tunnels out of it, and that's super exciting. So my friend just dropped off the trailer so I could pick it up because I was gonna have to disassemble it. I'm actually buying it from someone who bought a farm who is then selling the equipment that was left on the farm. So super excited that I was able to get that because this has been a goal. I've actually applied for grants and all sorts of things and did not receive the funding to get one. And so this is really going to speed up the process of us getting one. So we will have it and it'll be ready and we'll be using it. And hopefully if the weather stays this gracious where we have these beautiful days like this, I'll be able to get it up and going, you know, here in the next month. I can have this established high tunnel, possibly 2. So that will be amazing. And like the great thing about high tunnels, you can add on to them. You don't have to just have it all built. Like, you know, the Caterpillar style high tunnels can be added onto, and you just add more hoops as you want to grow it. So if I do the full 100 feet, or if I just break it down and then split it into half into 2 that are, you know, like 76 feet or something like that, I'm excited. So we've got a lot of projects going, and that's just a peek into some of them. Stay tuned. I will pop back on and let's see, maybe we'll be in the greenhouse next, and I will go through some of the seed starting. The greenhouse is completely cleared out and everything is removed besides some bare shelves. We also have just like a grow yard now that's next to the garden, and the grow yard helps us to give us an in-between place. It's almost like a nursery yard, but it allows us, we had grow shelves and we kept growing out of our space out of the greenhouse, because once things are germinated and they grow, we needed somewhere to put them after that. And so having the high tunnels, having the grow yard, everything gives us this like step-by-step process of saying, okay, like we have a cycle of where things go next before they actually go into the ground, because not everything could just be planted. But we are going to do some cold weather sowing. There are some like cool weather annuals for the flower farming side of things that is taking place like right now. We're finally hitting those temperatures where we can start planting those. So we'll take you along for that journey. And the front field that we were going to plant last year that we could not plant because we let it go after the flood. We just said, okay, we're just going to let it be. We're going to let the land just have it. Let nature take back this area, because we did not have the funds to fix that pasture in a way to where it could be, we couldn't get water out to it to make it to where we could grow on it the first year. The second year I said, okay, we were going to get water out to it. We had everything ready to go. And because we had let it go for that whole year, when we went out there to, when I was tilling, I actually came across a whole habitat where the birds had taken over and made so many nests inside of that front pasture that I was just driving around. And so I went out and I like marked every area where there was a nest. And so then I took down the areas around the nest, but then left the nest. And so then it was like, okay, well, I had to, there were all different stages of like, they were just laying eggs or they had fresh babies in them, all these different things. And so I was like, well, I can't touch any of this until I know that they have hatched and had their turn with the land. Well, the timeline from that, from when we went from like spring to like hot summer, and you just cannot be trying to like really plant and start a farming plot at that time of the year, was like, okay, it's not happening. So we are going to go ahead and get that plot ready this year. We're going to section off a whole separate area of the farm and give one strip to wildlife and just let the farm however it wants to, whether it's weeds or, you know, whatever is growing on that area that the land wants to grow, we're going to allow that to happen. And so that's pretty awesome to see what we can do with that space. But we're going to go ahead and get that field tilled up for the season and start getting it ready for next year, because that is where the flowers are going. And I'm so excited. It's right next to the highway. We will have a beautiful view for our community as they're driving by, and just such a great area to do our flower farming. So if you stayed this long, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for staying on our channel. Thank you for watching this video. I am so excited to be here and just share this journey with you, share the health reports and all that's with it. And thanks for hanging out in the apothecary. I'm gonna go take this oil into my daughter and get ready to make some dinner. So check me out on Instagram, My Vintage Farm, also on Facebook if you guys haven't, and you can stop by our website as well. See you later. God bless.